Some of the most exciting games ever announced just completely disappeared. No trailers, no gameplay, no release windows, just silence. And honestly, 2026 doesn't need any more great games. We already staggered. I want to talk about some of the games I desperately need updates on before I lose my mind. And if you remember one that I missed, drop it in the comments because I know there's more. Every year we watch events like the Game Awards, State of Play, and Summer Games Fest, and developers announce these incredible looking games, amazing trailers, there's huge hype, and then they vanish. No gameplay, no new trailers, not even a release window. So this video is basically me saying, please give us an update of the upcoming games I was generally very excited about. And if you're new to gaming and want to jump into some of the best upcoming games, a few of these might actually be your next obsession, if they actually release. First up is a game that a lot of people might not even know exists, and that is Gachiakuta the game. This is a survival action RPG based on the anime hit, and visually it looks incredible. There's cel-shaded graphics and fast melee combat and co-op gameplay. The world is built around this concept of trash beasts, cleaners, and the pit, which is honestly one of the most unique settings I've seen in gaming in a while. But here's the problem. We know basically nothing else. There's no gaming deep dive, there's no release window, no gameplay, nothing. So for now, the only way to experience this world is to watch the anime on Crunchyroll. But the moment we get a gameplay trailer, I'm absolutely there. But the next game is one that completely disappeared after one of the most hyped reveals in a long time. Gears of War E-Day. When this was revealed in 2024, people lost their minds because it's a prequel set 14 years before the original game, and it focuses on the brotherhood between Marcus and Dom, which is honestly one of the best relationships in gaming. Developers said they want the game to feel more horror focused, more intimate, and more character driven. And after replaying the series recently, I'm more than ready to jump back into this world. But again, we've heard almost nothing since the reveal, and at this point, I'll take a season and a year. Just give us something. Now, the next game might actually become one of the biggest cozy games ever made, and that is Witchbrook. This is easily one of the most anticipated cozy RPGs right now. You attend a magical college, you build friendships, you explore the town, and you shape your own story. It's often compared to Hogwarts Legacy, but with a much more relaxed life sim approach, and I'm hoping this lands on the Nintendo Switch because the cozy gaming community will go absolutely wild. But again, after a 2025 release date delay, we are waiting for a confirmed release date still. We are hoping though for winter of 2026. Now I know someone in the comments is already thinking, how has she made it this far without mentioning this game? So let's talk about it. GTA 6. The most anticipated game on the planet. And honestly, I don't know how I made it this far into the year without mentioning it once on my channel. But I'll be honest, my hype has turned to curiosity. Not because I doubt Rockstar games, they almost always deliver, but the silence has been interesting. At this point, the hype can go either one way. Either launch week becomes one of the biggest gaming moments ever, or the expectation becomes so massive no game could realistically meet them. Either way, it's going to be fascinating to watch. This game is just pure nostalgia for me, and that is Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis. Because yes, Lara Croft is having another moment. It's a modern remake built in Unreal Engine 5, and it could be incredible. And for those of us who grew up playing the series on PlayStation 1 and 2 and 3, this feels like a full circle moment. But yet again, we are still waiting for a proper release window. Thankfully, there are plenty of other titles to keep us busy till then. Okay, now quickly before we wrap up, there are two more games I cannot believe we haven't heard more about, and the first one is Jurassic Park Survival. I actually forgot that this was a game, and I was so hyped when I first saw the announcement trailer. Was it like 3 years ago? The game is a first-person survival game set right after the events of the original Jurassic Park. You play as engine scientist Dr. Maya Joshi, who was unable to evacuate Isla Nublar. And honestly, I loved the movies growing up, and I was so excited to try out my survival skills in this game and test my long-standing theory that I would survive through all 7 movies. Now, the last game that we all want to play but have all probably also forgotten about is The God Slayer. So imagine something with the gameplay style of Black Myth Wukong mixed with elemental powers inspired by Avatar: The Last Airbender, because you're entering an Eastern-inspired steampunk metropolis where gods known as Celestials reign with a divine fist. You are an Illumancer, because we don't have the IP rights, whose family was brutally slain by the Celestials during the God Fall. In this open world RPG, you must embark on a quest to save your people and avenge your loved ones. That concept alone has me interested immediately, but we have very little new information, but I'll keep you posted. Honestly, 2026 has already been an incredible year for gaming, but these are the games I really just want updates on. So now I want to know, what's the one game you're still waiting to hear about? Drop it in the comments, and if you enjoy discovering new upcoming games, cozy games, and beginner-friendly gaming content, check out my video on cozy and indie games taking over 2026. And as always, play what feels good, and I'll see you in the next one.